Apparently that was the wrong number.
I'm glad you came. Just
oh, this game is so boring to reset.
To the process. Good.
I'm very bored. I'm looking at Discord instead.
I've read your notes. The other therapist didn't work out for you. I want you to know.
I swear to God, Twitter, if you keep telling me to turn on notifications, I'm gonna fucking delete you. I never want Twitter notifications. The last time I had Twitter notifications on, the first time I posted a banger tweet, my fucking phone battery died.
Go back to the start. Understand what happened.
I will never turn notifications on. Piss off. I hate how modern tech, every time it asks you to do something, it's never between, do you want this or do you not want this? It's always, please do this, and you can say, not now, and then it'll bug you about it later. It's like, there's no no option. You can never tell modern tech no. It's always not now. Remind me later. How about no? It's never gonna fucking happen, Twitter!
Never cheated on a partner, really? Okay.
Computer, show me the posts in order! And do nothing else but that!
Let's get started then.
Just show me the posts in order. I don't feel like I ask for much from my social media. Like, I deleted my Facebook, not even just because Facebook is, like, evil and the website is fundamentally bad for you, because I just couldn't get it to show me posts in order. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know what, like, at some point, because I used to use Facebook, right, when I was much younger. And back then, it was just the posts in the order that they were made, generally speaking. I won't say, you know, Facebook back then was great or anything, but, like, it was a damn sight better than what it became. The last time I tried to use Facebook before I just gave up on the site, everyone I knew was posting not just, like, posts with words, but the posts were images. They were like large images, but the image was just text with like a background. It was like large text in images, and it's like, why do people post like this on this website? And I couldn't get it to, like, show posts in the order that they were made. They were just in a totally, and I spent time, like, looking for, like, where's, like, the linear, like, timeline option? Like, how do I get this to just show posts in order? First can. Reacted appropriately this time. At the wave of people, no, it's just this, like, bizarre feature where, like, instead of just posting, like, your status as, like, text in a box, like, in a normal font, you post your status as, like, just a huge image with huge words with, like, a red, like, yellow or purple background over it. I don't know if it's, like, an old person thing, but it seems to be a feature baked into the site. And when that happened, I just found that my timeline was just full of, like, neon-colored, like, inane status messages.
I disagree.
That was fast. Quill, thanks for the tier 1. And at that point, I just gave up on the site, because like, the only time I ever really used Facebook was to post, like, once every 6 months, basically just to let my relatives know, hi, I'm over here, I'm not dead. Because it's not like I, like, share much of what I'm up to with, which, funny enough, right, because that's the funny thing, is that I think I actually tell my Twitter feed more of what I'm up to than I do my family. I will keep doing me. Thank you very much, Quill. Thank you very much for the sub. Because obviously posting on Facebook about, like, what dumb video game shit I'm up to, like, most of my family has no idea what that means or anything of the sort.
Are you at home?
Sweetie, wait there. Wait for me.
You have to run, Daddy. You can't fight them. Run!
What? Is somebody with you?
And eventually I just fucking gave up and deleted my account, because I was like, I'm not using this, and this website is intolerable, so I'm just getting rid of it.
Damn it!
Keeping the account open is like a liability, so I just closed it. This was like a while ago, this was like a year ago at this point or something. It's funny, right, because when I closed my Facebook account, both my sister and my mum, like, tried to phone me to be like, you know, oh my god, are you depressed? You know, you closed your Facebook account. Like, the thing they both jumped to was like, oh, he must be, like, seriously depressed if he deleted his Facebook account. I was like, no, I just don't fucking use it, dude. Guy? No, he didn't see me. No dude speed. Oh, okay, well, good enough. Oh, random dude behind the door, and I get punished for that for some reason. This is looking much better as a first segment, though. Yeah, much better.
It's good that we touched on the car crash. That would have been a breakthrough before. But let's leave that topic for a while. I want to talk about family. It's important, right? I don't mean all that touchy-feely crap.
I think I just upset my family because Facebook was otherwise sort of like the only means of...
You're giving me that
of,
I'm talking too much. Well,
like, I don't know,
let's have
acknowledging
you
my
talk
presence.
Or not, or whatever you feel.
Because I'm notoriously difficult to get
Let's play
a hold of via text message or phone. I don't answer my
Is
phone.
it true to say you're a private person? Would you say it takes a while for people to get to know you?
God knows I don't use, like, Facebook Messenger or whatever the fuck. I was always like, why does Facebook Messenger require a separate application, by the way?
Would you prefer to spend time
What is up with that?
friends over family? Nothing surprising there. No.
I got kind of put off Facebook Messenger as well by the fact that when I was in university, one of my dorm mates used it to just harass me for the, like,
Color in the picture.
about the fact the kitchen was never clean, despite the fact I never used the fucking kitchen because it was unclean.
You're finished. What a lovely family home. Is your home like this?
Among other things. Maybe just a dick in general. These university dorms were fucking terrible.
You know what's funny? I've been a cop in this town for 20 years. Before that, I used to ride around in my daddy's patrol car, so I know the town, know the people. But your face? I don't know you.
I keep out of trouble.
Not tonight.
Well, I guess tonight everything is out of whack. Why are we the only car on the road?
No one's sane out driving tonight. Sorry, I didn't mean to...
It's okay. What is with all this snow?
Who knows? We only covered basic meteorology in the academy. Hell, we didn't hear about this till it was happening. Barely had time to close off the major highways.
It's like the whole town is being punished.
It's only weather.
Sure.
You're very restless back there, Mr. Mason. Anything you want to tell me?
Restless? Of course I'm restless. I'm worried about my daughter. She's 7 and she's out there in this blizzard.
Sorry, I didn't mean to...
Just hurry up and get us to the station.
This weather's just unbelievable.
I guess the funny thing now is that now that I
Damn,
don't have a
can't even see
Facebook
the
account, I'm still
road.
talking about this, by the way.
I'm gonna
The
see
vast
exactly
majority
where
of
we
my
are.
extended family has no idea what
Stay
I'm up
put.
to. Because, like, obviously, like, my, you know, my grandma and my grandpas and, like, my cousins and my cousins' dads and that sort of thing. Oh, game is doing a dumb. I didn't request that movement, and you shouldn't have done it.
Where's she gone?
Fuck's sake. This game sucks! Why the fuck is it double bound? Stupid fucking controller. Use the D-pad for fuck's sake. Many unused buttons on controller. That's a good thing, yeah? I mean, it's like a mixture of things, I guess. My extended family not really knowing what I'm up to is kind of a mixed blessing. Because the thing is that, like, they do ask after me sometimes. For whatever reason, they do seem to, like, I don't know, pretend to take an interest in what I'm up to. They are polite enough to, like, pretend. But keeping them up to date on, like, sort of the minutiae and, like, every movement of it in the same way that, like, I post about what I'm doing on Twitter would be completely pointless because they wouldn't be able to make any sense of half of it. Like, put it this way, the way that my parents understand it, and even, like, the way my parents understand, like, the whole streaming thing, is, like, they don't really get Twitch. Exactly. Like, they don't really understand the website or how the technology works or anything of the sort. They just understand that I can be, like, classified as a pro gamer. Like, when I go to GDQs, they think I'm going to a tournament. I've tried to express to them that's not how it works, but they don't really seem to get it. Like, they ask me if I won, and I just go, yeah, I did alright. Yeah, literally, are you winning, son? Literally. Actually, genuinely, they are like that. So as you might be able to imagine, my grandparents' understanding of this technology is even looser. I don't even think my grandparents own a desktop computer. Let's go any prize money. Hilariously, my parents, like, hated the fact that I, you know, played video games and did streaming stuff for, a long time. Their tune strangely started to change when I told them that I got money from it. Now they're mysteriously okay with it. Funny that. I mean, whatever, right? Like, it's okay. It's fine. I'm not bitter about it at all. I mean, really though, like, I'm really though, it actually is sort of a vaguely understandable thing. Because it's like, you know, why is my child spending so much time on this bullshit that doesn't actually, like, do anything for his future, quote unquote? And it's like, well, I wouldn't exactly describe this as a career, but it does make nice entertainment money. I'm very surprised I was able to get on the ledge. I mean, they still don't really, like, get it, per se, you know? Like, they don't really get streaming. or the culture or the website or anything of the sort. They just understand that it makes money and therefore they don't need to question it. And like, you know what? Fine. Whatever. Swoost. Uh-oh, that's not swoost. Oh, that's a really bad time for that to happen as well. Because you can't open doors when Harry's dropping a flare. You can't do both. Yeah, I kind of get it. It was just obnoxious. There was an obnoxious period of my life where my parents were really like judgy about everything I did with myself because they thought I was like, you know, not setting myself up to become a productive adult. That time has passed now that I've been living on my own for like 4 years. I think at this point they believe in my ability to function as an independent adult and therefore don't need to question the shit I do anymore. But I will say they didn't fucking help. At all. Like, there was a rough year period where I just left university. I didn't graduate. I dropped out. The course sucked ass. And they got really aggro at me about, like, you know, like, getting a job and blah, 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 whatever. And I was, like, just out of uni, having, like, bailed on my course and having no real idea what to do with myself. Still don't, really. Not sure anyone does. To a point where they started to, like, bear in mind that at this point I was, like, 20. To the point where they started to restrict my internet access between certain hours of the day because they thought I was wasting time playing those video games online. It's like, you know how fucking hard it is to apply to a job without an internet connection? You crazy people. So I walk into place and ask if they hire. I did, in fact, actually do that. I walked around the whole, like, fucking, like, strip mall type area place where I lived and just looked for, like, wanted signs and just walked in stores and asked people and shit like that. I was very proactive about it. It actually did not take that long for me to get a job. Like, comparatively, I actually made it look quite easy. It took me, like, a couple of months. I know it's not that. Like, I think I just got lucky, but, like, still, like, it worked for me. Thing is, though, is that I was only able to... I got lucky, but the only way I was able to get lucky is that when my parents, like, decided to take control of the internet that they paid for and, like, block me from accessing it, I fucking reset the router on them. The admin password is written on the back, dude.
Officer?
Harry, I've been calling you. Did you switch your phone off?
No, I just,
Because the job I ended up getting was fucking... I applied for it online,
you okay?
which I did so
Yeah,
by
I'm okay.
fucking getting my internet back.
I'm out of the woods. I'm on a football field. I think it's the high school.
Midwich High School. Listen, Harry, Midwich has a gym. They often use it as an emergency shelter in severe
Don't
weather.
question me, I know what
Go
I'm
to
doing.
the gym and wait there for me.
Emergency shelter. Cheryl could have been taken there.
Yes, Cheryl could be there. Will you do this for me?
Yeah, I'm going. But if Cheryl's not there, I can't wait. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Harry,
So we get to the halcyon days of high school.
They backed off on that once I actually
When I
landed
was
myself a
starting
job,
out,
but the
the
thing is that
popular
whole, like,
theory
sort of
said
brief
it was their
stint
mom and
with them
dad
trying to
that
be really
screwed this
controlling
up.
about what I did, like, damaged
But if you really want to screw
my, like,
someone up, I
willingness to stay there. That, but, like, this is why I moved out. That's the reason I like live on my own now.
Seriously. Nice folders and neat workbooks. Okay, let's move on.
Because I'm not going to even vaguely risk having someone pull some shit like that on me ever again. So I took, like, the first out I had and fucking left.
Ready? Jock. Next. Slut. Drunk.
I do still like my folks, but it's like, nah. I'm not putting up with that. Like, I'm not having the risk of anyone controlling that. I need that.
Bully.
Need my internet to do anything.
And...
It's very important to basically everything I do.
Okay. Let's take a different tack. On the table, I've laid out a blank timetable and some cards.
I'd like to think they probably wouldn't pull that shit again if I were to end up living with them again.
Don't leave any empty.
Which I would probably not, like, that would be like a last resort kind of option, but God knows buying a house is impossible, so. So, hot take on stupid, like, what's a stupid tradition?
Nice.
That's a bit broad. It's also kind of loaded.
Been a breeze, wouldn't it? Come on, let's talk more about the bad stuff that happened at school.
So I can give you not a hot take on a stupid tradition, but I can give you a stupid tradition story. Fresh from my family, since I'm talking about myself and my family and what have you today. A stupid tradition that my family did is that every single year, when I was younger, they would always take me to my grandparents' house for Christmas Eve. And all the rest of the extended family would come over for Christmas Eve. And that was a stupid tradition because it always ended in a fight every fucking year. Every time. We did this for like a decade, and without fail, every time it was a disaster. And every year I'd be like, why do we do this? Why do we keep, like, especially me, like if you guys want to go and get into a fight with your, like, fucking third cousin twice removed, then by all means have fun, but, like, why do you keep dragging me along? Every time they'd be like, yo, you know, you need to, you know, be there for your family, you know, show up for them. I was like, but I don't fucking like any of them. By the way, for the record, sometimes the fight was caused by me. Because like I said, I didn't fucking like any of them, and I was not shy about letting them know that. I'd be like, wow, uncle, you're a twat. You get all irate at me and start yelling and shit, and I'd be like, see you later, you old fart. More than once, I just left without anyone noticing. Like, if it sucks, just leave. Like, by the time I got old enough to sort of, like, work the bus system by myself, more than once I just walked out. I just disappeared. I get a text message, like, 3 hours later saying, where are you? You know, we're worried. I'm just like, I left. I went home. Political differences, I take it. Surprisingly, well, I mean, like, yes, nowadays, yes, like, that is, in fact, that has been revealed to be a problem, but we're talking, like, when I was, like, anywhere from, like, 10 to 17, you know? Like, I didn't really have, like, very developed political identity at the time. Just some of my extended family is just very unpleasant. They're just not very nice people. Not, like, apocalyptically shitty people, don't get me wrong, I just didn't like them. Like, we didn't get on very well. I thought they were anywhere from, like, between brusque and somewhat boring. This is like younger, it's like younger punchy stuff. I'm on, like, fairly cordial terms with them nowadays. Cordial at least. But still, even then, like, even without me, like, fucking everything up in the picture, every so often, you know, just, like, branches of the family would just get into fights with each other. That makes it sound really fancy, like it's some sort of feud. It's nowhere near that interesting. Someone would just get drunk and do something stupid, something like that. My phone cycle. Something like that, you know? Stupid shit like that. So every time it would end in a blowout and everyone would be pissed off at the end of it, and I'm just like, every year I'd question, why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep going, like, all of us go at once? Like, if we're really that bad at, like, being all in one place together for the entire day, can we make it, like, a shorter trip? Or can we, like, go on separate days or something. Like, I understand wanting to visit the folks. Because I didn't hate my grandparents. It's like all at once for like the whole day is too much. It's not a party, it's an obligation. It just sucked. We kept this up for so many years, and every time at the end I'd be like, why do we keep doing this? And eventually, I think it was finally they stopped making me do it. Like, at least they stopped making me specifically go when I was like 19. Now, obviously they couldn't have physically stopped me from just like not going, but like, you know. Parents would be a complete pain in the ass about it if I didn't. But finally they like relented. This is bad RNG, by the way. Finally they relented and be like, if you don't want to go, you don't have to. I was like, thank fucking God. So I didn't. I in fact did not go. I didn't go for many years.
It just froze on me.
I have not been to one of these Christmas Eve parties since. And when I actually asked my parents about it recently, I was being like, do you guys still do that shit where you go like to Granddad's place on Christmas Eve and get into a fight every fucking year?
It's not a great neighborhood.
And
We moved there.
my mum laughed at me and said, no, we stopped doing that like 3 years ago. And I was like, only 3?
He was old. That wasn't my house.
You stuck with it for like
What else do I forget?
5 more goes after I
There's a
stopped.
phone number. Why don't you call it?
I will. There's no reception. I'll be outside.
Good luck.
Yes?
Cheryl?
No, Dahlia.
My year
You want me to
timescale
find
is
her?
like
Who's calling?
probably a bit
It's her
off here.
father, Harry Mason.
But
Is she
still, it's like,
okay?
even you only just stopped
Is she
doing
okay?
it.
Who the hell do you think you are?
You know, there were developments in the
Leave
family that
me
made it
alone.
challenging for that to continue.
To me.
Strangely, I think the terms have actually, like, improved. It's more that people just got more distant, into, like, physically. We moved around. They represent wanting to argue with each other. It's like, I don't... People... That's the stupid tradition. It's like, that would be the stupid tradition story. It's just, like, the tradition of doing something that clearly no one fucking enjoys. Every single year for the sake of family. And every time it's like, you guys clearly don't like each other that much. Not enough to tolerate each other's presence for 8 fucking hours. There are very few people whose presence I can tolerate for 8 hours in a row. I just fucking annihilated that guy. He went off the top. Really? This guy's gonna follow me up? What an asshole. It's Dude Central over here. You fucking bitch. That sucks. Why would Dude spawning directly on top of the thing I'm trying to knock over is like the worst thing that can happen because it will actually block the prompt. It will block you from knocking it down. That was some really odd RNG, because all the dudes were like concentrated in one location, and it was a really shitty location. Yeah, I guess that would be why I have mostly, you know, that probably has an effect on one's state, you know. You know, why does Punchy pursue a relatively solitary lifestyle? Probably because I lived through many years of people senselessly making themselves upset and annoyed with each other for no other reason than because they're related. Why do people do that? What's the point? It's not necessary. Like, no one benefits from this arrangement. Everyone just got mad at each other, but felt obliged to keep getting mad at each other. It's like, why? Okay, how did that bonk? I wasn't anywhere near the door. It, like, that door opened inward and it's still, like, what the fuck? I'm still holding a flare. I haven't had to use it. I'm gonna keep not using it. Fuck it. Flareless percent. Who needs flares? It makes no sense. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? I'm acutely aware of how
Harry?
little sense it makes to...
I was about to head off, but thought I ought to wait a little
Like, what
longer.
benefit are you hoping to ascertain from, like, maintaining
You
these
okay?
relationships?
Any luck with the phone?
They didn't make
Just
any
see
sense.
each other less often. Send
I
each
need to
other
go
a
there.
Christmas card or
The Simmons
something.
Street address? That's the other side of town.
You got a car?
I was planning on getting a ride with John. There's my boss's SUV. Yeah, I'm looking after it while she's on vacation. It's at the club where I work, not far from here. I could give you a lift.
That would be great. Lead the way. You want my jacket? You're going to freeze.
And for
I'm
what it's
used to
worth,
running
like,
around in
the
a dress.
people
I'm too
furthest down
hot-blooded
this
to feel
family
the
tree
cold.
branch had no idea what the
bad,
fuck
you
was going
sure?
on the other side.
Keep it. You're the car crash guy.
Because all the kids, you know, like, they brought the kids
You
around. I was one of the
thinking about
kids
your
that they
daughter?
brought around. I was the furthest down this particular tree.
I'm sure she's okay.
At least until my cousin had a baby.
My head around it.
But he was a
She was in
baby,
the
so
back
he didn't really
sleeping
factor into
in the
anything.
crash. She was
Baby,
gone.
babies are just there, you know?
Your head is still jumbled up, Harry. Just give it a while, okay? And you should go
But
see a
the only
doctor.
thing that we fucking
I'll make
did
sure
is that we
Cheryl's
just
safe,
like
then worry about
disappeared
myself.
to play video games. We just played Game Boy games. That was it. That was what we did. Then it became Xbox game. But obviously, they wouldn't let us play just like Xbox game for like 8 hours off in a corner, so they like force us to engage, and that's when the problems would start happening. Is I don't know, we're having a perfectly fine time ignoring whatever the fuck you guys are doing.
It's not far now. The Balkan is the hottest nightclub in town.
Never heard of it.
Really? It's pretty popular.
You work there, right?
Who's this
What
hot
do you do?
tamale I'm with? I forgot her
sing.
name.
Sometimes I mix drinks.
I never
It's
remember.
a temporary thing while John and I sort things out. He's staying in Massachusetts. He's a lawyer. We need to decide if I'm going to move out there with him.
You want to go to Massachusetts?
Yeah. Well, not
Typical
Massachusetts so
ladies,
much,
man.
But I want to be with John.
And John?
Well, he wants it too. It's just hard. We've been together for 5 years, but we never lived together. Now we're out in the world, living our lives.
John's a lucky guy.
Yeah.
He's probably just lousy at showing it. I know lawyers. They're not so touchy-feely.
Oh, John's not like that. Back in school, he was very passionate.
They say absence makes the heart grow fonder.
You believe that?
Absolutely.
Since this is apparently just the stream where I tell a whole bunch of stories about family, what have you, I'm now reminded recently, since I was also talking about Facebook, I'm reminded recently of the time I had to, like, get my mother to stop playing Zynga games on Facebook. She was really into like a was it like a restaurant themed one or whatever. This is old hat by like shitty like monetization standards, but back then she got really like badly into it, and like, you know, as the gamer of the family, I was like keenly, it felt like really hollow coming from me to being like, this is like bad for you, dude. Like, you need to stop. It was like a process. It did eventually stick, like it didn't ruin her. She never spent any money on it, thank fucking God. But she did like sort of like start to schedule around the game in a way that was very concerning. I was like, dude, even I don't do that. Like, this is a lot.
Are we the only people on the road?
Like, if you want to play games for 8 hours
That
straight,
means
that's
none of
fine.
us
Just like
stop
fucking
running
let
red
me know.
lights.
But like this, what you're doing, this is bad.
One way.
And I don't know if it came up, like, either way, she did eventually stop doing it, but like,
You're very
I feel as though
quiet.
it either came across as really hollow or really damning coming from me, that I was like condemning her like play habit.
How long have you known me?
Because it's like, wow, like the fucking, like the gamer of the family like thinks I have a problem. Either he's talking mad shit or like something is actually very
Don't do
wrong.
this to me, Harry.
And I still don't know
Start
which one it
tripping
scanned
out
as.
on me. When you said you crashed your car, you didn't mention this. Damn, are you in pain?
No pain. And I can remember most things. Just sometimes. Some details I try to focus, but then
of a shame, because given, like, sort of the mental acuity that she showed for, like, planning and number crunching, playing those games, she'd be really good at RPGs.
Who are Sid and Nancy?
My tits?
But she's just only wanted to play her silly game about restaurants.
This is a joke, right?
Beats me.
A really lame joke.
I wish it was.
Hi, Deceit. Clearly she needs to be introduced to Restaurant Tycoon. She really liked Roller Coaster Tycoon back in the day. Way. But anyway, sorry, the story, I was reminded of this story, not just because, you know, I'm talking about family and Facebook and shit like that, but also because recently I got the opportunity to tell the CEO of Zynga on Twitter to go fuck himself over it.
Bridge is ready. You know me. You know my daughter too? Why is this not freaking
Because he was
you out?
gleefully
Not knowing-
talking shit about, like, because he's also, like, an NFT
mean?
crypto idiot,
Be
right?
straight with me.
And he was posting about it, like,
You
in the
know my
comments of
daughter.
some
I know
NFT posts being like, oh, you know, people said that we, you know, our business model wasn't, like,
So what are
the future
you
when we
to
were
me?
pulling in record profits. And I was like, hi, you nearly ruined my mother's life with your game. You're a cock. Fuck you. And he had the balls to write me back.
Harry?
Saying, like, you know, oh, you know, does your mother do this with, like, with every game, or was it just ours? You know, just asking, because you're gaming, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, you know what you're fucking doing. You are a criminal. Fuck you. Like, the insincere bullshit of these motherfucking tech bros to pull, like, blatantly harmful bullshit on people. And then act innocent. Like, you know, is it just our games? You know, or does your mother just have, like, an addictive personality when it comes to video games? Is it all video games the problem, or is it just, it's like, you fucking know what your business model is, you lying sack of shit. Fucking sociopath. That guy is a sociopath. The way he talked to me, sociopath. That guy shouldn't be allowed near sharp objects, let alone tech. Vile human being. I was so pissed off by the way he spoke to me. I'm just surprised he had the balls to write me back at all. So, in case you're wondering why I seem like I have a very strong opinion on sort of like, you know, like the little addictive game design type things that are so common to web and mobile games, that would be why. Ah, early pause. Fuck.
Nasty, but inevitable. Everyone is going to die.
Because I've had to patiently explain to a real-ass family member over a period of, like, months why this is, like, super bad for
Doesn't
them.
that terrify you? How would you like
And for some of these
to
people to
die?
turn around and then, like, post on Twitter like they've done nothing wrong fucks me off tremendously.
Surrounded by friends.
There was a different thread I saw a while ago by, like, a senior mobile game designer who was talking about, like, the design of mobile games and was trying to sort of, like, put a case, like, in defense of how they worked and how, and, like, their monetization, whatever, and just made them sound worse in new and exciting ways that I'd never considered before. That guy's also a cretin. I hate him.
There are 7 pictures of people on the table.
You ruin lives for
Your
money.
job is to tell me who is dead and who is merely sleeping. Divide
But he at least kind of knows what he's talking about in regards to how they work, at least. Like, he's not wrong, he's just terrible. His assessment of the practice is correct, and far more knowledgeable and detailed than anything I would have ever come up with, but he's still a terrible person.
Actually, they were all dead. Okay.
I can't remember who it was now. I remember Zen of Design on Twitter. Go look that up. I think that was it. I might be wrong about that.
Dahlia.
But I'm pretty sure he's a guy
Who's
who was like, he
Dahlia?
posted multiple threads like
A girl.
explaining and
The car went into the
attempting to
river.
defend mobile
She
game
drowned.
design,
Another
etc.,
crash?
etc., and just made it sound even
This is a
fucking
different
worse in
girl?
the process.
You
And I was
must
like,
have seen the
wow,
bridge.
that industry
We went right off
brain
the side.
poisons you badly.
Harry, the bridge has been closed since the storm started.
Anyway, I'm thinking about getting an iPad Pro so I can play mobile rhythm games.
Close.
You were
I
soaked
want
to
to
the
play
skin.
Archaea.
I grabbed what I could find here.
This is probably not something I'll
We need to
actually do
talk.
anytime soon. It's
When
a
I was
thought
at
that's
the
just kind of been
station, I
pinned in the
pulled
back
the
of my
file
brain
on
every so
Harry
often. So I think I like rhythm games. I like music game. Even so, like, this is frustrating. It's really fun because obviously, quite clearly, I fucking hate the ecosystem that these games exist in. Yeah, Archaea, Sidus, Project Sekai. I'm not that into Sidus. Maybe I could try some more, but like, I never really liked it that much when I played it. Archaea, though, I really do like. I think Archaea is very good. But I've only played Archaea on the Switch, you see. I bought the Switch for. I'm that guy buying the fucking $40 ports of mobile games to the Switch. It's me. I'm the one doing that. Like, why do they make these? Because I buy them. That's why. Yeah, they're all centered around tablet. Like, there's so many rhythm games that just don't release on anything other than mobile, because the control scheme is, like, super tied to it. And, like, I get that. But also, it just means, you know, I don't play any of them, but also the ecosystem is, like, super toxic to the games in question. Like, Archaea's got that fucking stamina bollocks going on. Sidus has, I don't know what the fuck Sidus, whatever Sidus is doing confuses me. I don't really understand Sidus's business model. That's a great spawn. He lied. Oh wow, 2 dudes for the price of none. Oh wow, 2 dudes for the price of none. And the door grab from a random teleporting guy. Oh yeah. Okay, I need the flare. I need it bad. Oh, fucking dickhead. I'm gonna get knocked into danger because of that. Or not. Activate. So that just has like album packs. When I played it, there was like these weird pill things you could collect, and if you collected enough of them, something happened, but I didn't stick with it for that long. Because I was trying to play Sidus 2 on like my phone, and my phone is not big enough to really play that game. Like, it's not ideal. And like, here's the thing, is that, you know, normally you'd have to play quite a while to get good enough at a rhythm game to like sort of ascend to the difficulty tier where that starts mattering. Here's the problem. I'm good at rhythm games. Like, just as a default property. Touchscreen rhythm games are pretty easy. They, like, by design, they are intuitive.
Thanks.
So it usually, like, this is my phone. Look at this. Like, this is not big enough to play Sidus on. Or Archaea, for that matter. Yeah, if I had like a tablet, I could play like Sidus on its proper form. I could play Figros. I could play Dynamix. Maybe I could even play Bang Dream if I felt like I had suffered the necessary brain damage.
Open. Come on. God, please open.
Are you okay?
I don't really get idle games, but I do understand rhythm games. But my rhythm
wasn't
game
even
enthusiasm
supposed to
puts
be
me in
here
like
today.
proximity
It's my
to
day off. but
weird
we were 3
idle
nurses
anime
down
bullshit.
because of
I own the
weather.
K-On! Rhythm game for PSP.
Damn it.
How many people know this exists?
I wasn't supposed to be here. I shouldn't have been here.
Hey.
Sorry,
K-On!
I'm just upset.
Hokagu Raibu.
Don't worry, it's nothing.
Shouldn't we take you inside?
It's a
I'm
rhythm
ready to
game
go home.
for PSP.
My apartment is a few blocks
It's
north.
okay.
I can clean myself up there.
I'm heading that way. Let me walk you. Lisa?
I'm okay, really. But
Get Patapon? I have Patapon as well, actually.
I'm Harry.
I never finished Patapon. Because it's very long.
It's not far to my apartment. We can jaywalk in this weather. Where did you say you were headed?
Home. My daughter went there after our accident.
What happened?
I crashed my car.
Oh yeah, that's the trait of like Love Live, School Fest, and Bang Dream is that they have like a gacha thing, and like it's they don't have like a technical scoring. They only have scoring, money scoring, as is traditionally called in the business.
I spoke to someone else on the phone.
I can't be bothered to explain what money scoring means, but people know what I mean. And if you don't like, if you get a perfect full combo, but you don't partake of the gacha rule, the best you get is like a B rank in School Fest. You need to participate in like the gacha to build a team and get like a score bonus and shit like that.
Some patients mistake me for an angel.
It's great.
That's the medication.
Like just the game gives no fucks.
Got the bags under my eyes.
So I'll get like I can give that to Arcade at least. Like it has a technical score.
If you add up all the overtime,
You cannot like gacha your way past. That
That
game doesn't even have a gacha system. It went for the stamina thing instead.
I've been in the hospital for 40 human years.
But you cannot gacha your way past
Tonight, fell asleep at the wheel. Hell of a wake-up call.
past like the fact that if you're cack-handed at the game, you won't score very well.
Not long now.
I don't know how the gacha actually works.
Holding up?
The characters have like you build like a team of like 4, anywhere from like
Just
4 to
need
5.
get
It depends on
home
the
and
game.
put my feet up.
Of like characters, and they have skills
So,
in their slots, and they sort of affect the
your
score
accident,
multiplier in
what
different ways. Like
happened?
some characters' skill will be that like you can recover more health when you tap a note, so you can pass charts you normally wouldn't be able to because they would kill you.
Driving?
Yes.
You can activate characters who have like
I crashed my car
they
too.
increase your score,
my
or
own
characters
insurance
who,
to
in the case of shit like Tap Sonic, widens the timing
Kind
window.
of feels like I blacked out
Cool.
before the crash. I just remember coming to.
And the game does not draw any
remember
distinction between
coming
people
off
who are
the road,
using these and who doesn't.
Then wham. When I came to, I was confused.
Like, sure, just make the timing window
was
wider.
gone.
Why
I
not?
was wrapped around a post.
This is like being in a therapy group for car crash survivors. Thanks for sharing, Harry. Let's go around the room. Watch some TV if you want.
Yeah, plus
I won't
life,
be
plus
long.
score, and a whole bunch of other stupid crap. Hi, Deathly Lorden. Yes, not playing Elden Ring. I have no interest in it.
During the heat wave.
So like, there's sort of like an RPG element mixed in with the music game, which I actually like on face value. I don't even think that's the worst concept ever. I've played a good few games that are like RPG rhythm games. The Metronomicon is actually very good. It's not a mobile game; it's a console game and PC. It's PC first. And the Metronomicon is like quite good.
Get up. I thought you were a nice guy. I saw you.
I recommend Metronomicon.
You should have been better behaved. Now I don't feel so good. Pop into the bathroom and get me some pills. The red
Later,
ones
Cynoise.
in the
Thanks for dropping
cabinet.
in.
Sure.
Look in the
Damn it, I had that.
bottom shelf.
I lost so much time to what feels like RNG. I feel like the phone cycle for the radio puzzle just took ages for no reason.
You feel guilty about everything.
Nothing happens. I'm
When
putting
we all
K on
lived
back
in
on the
huts
shelf.
and wore furs, we worried over the
Goes right next to my
simple
2
things.
copies of
Food,
DJ Max Portable
water,
3.
whether
Why do I
animals
have
would
2
come and
copies
eat
of
us in
Portable
the
3?
Now we have supermarkets, bottled water, and 38 caliber homes.
They're both Japanese.
So what keeps us awake at night? More often than not, guilt.
Actually, while I've got time,
Only
since this
I
whole
had
section is
acted
bullshit.
differently. If
Version
only I
don't have
hadn't
a
said
black square.
that.
Is this
If
Japanese?
only
Is this
I'd said
Japanese?
something.
Ah, bollocks, I have the Japanese
You
version.
beat yourself up with your past. Don't blame
I
yourself.
need Korean version of Black Square.
Blame God.
Japanese version is bugged.
Okay, this is my favorite.
Blanket looks
Let me
nice.
introduce
It
some
feels
friends
nice too.
of mine. This is King Harold. His daughter,
Cozy stream.
chaste Celestine. A prince called Wilhelm. And a bull. He doesn't have a name.
Why don't I have 3?
Prince Wilhelm
Why don't
is
I have 3, of
passionately
course?
in love with Celestine, but she does not love him. One day, Wilhelm comes to the king and asks for Celestine's hand in marriage. Celestine begs the king not to marry
Like it looks like a beach
Wilhelm,
towel. It could probably
but the
function as
king
such.
ignores her pleas. Royal protocol means he must say yes to the match.
The bull should have a name. Let's call him Jim.
Wilhelm takes Celestine back
Jim the
to
Bull.
Celestine.
Sorry. I'm
That
yawning.
night, he attempts to consummate the marriage, but the distraught Celestine flees. She runs from the safety of the castle and across a field, ignoring the sign which warns of danger. In that field is a bull, who, seeing the girl, charges her. She falls under his hooves and is killed instantly. What I want you to do is line the players up according to how guilty they are of Celestine's death. Whose fault was it? At the left, most culpable. To the right, most innocent. You want to hear that again? Done? Poor Bull. You couldn't ignore the facts. He was the one who killed her. I find the best cure for guilt.
Jim is the knight, the
to
bull
never
is
get
Dave.
caught
Wait,
in the first place.
Jim?
Let's continue.
No. He doesn't look like a Jim. I never grabbed the side of that I think I'm going to.
Lisa?
Oh, God, Harry. What have you... I feel very wrong. Harry, you've got to come back.
Keep talking, Lisa. What's wrong?
Oh, God. Oh, Harry.
Lisa? I'm coming back.
Did I play this game casually? What ending did I get? I did play it casually, and I don't remember what ending I got at all. It was ages ago at this point. How did Lisa get Harry's number? Great question. No idea.
Don't move.
No. This isn't what...
I said don't move. Stand up and step away from the girl.
This isn't what it looks like.
Stop talking. What have you done?
She was in an accident. I didn't do this.
Accident? Shut the hell up. You've been feeding me bullshit all night. You bastard.
I didn't...
Shut up! I know you're not Harry Mason.
I don't really think this game actually has more than one ending, but like in terms of what ending variant I got on my first playthrough, I don't remember. I played the Wii version of this game like years ago, and I don't know. I never archived that VOD either. Which is a shame, because it's the one where I fling the Wiimote around over my head to swim. It was the one where I gripped it by like the nunchuck cable and just started flailing it over my head like a fucking shillelagh. great fun, that. Actually, very surprised I got away with that. I'm very surprised I didn't get away with that either. Go right. Disappointing. Yeah, I know the ending video is the major difference, but it's like 10 seconds. And once again, very surprised it let me get that. Ah, no, it doesn't make like a huge difference. Oh, that spawn is bad. But he ran in the wrong direction, so I think I got away with it? Okay. Nice. Nice? Pink, pink, pink. Fuck. Pink. Pretty good. The gumball puzzle is random. For those of you who don't understand why I'm going nice, nice at a gumball machine. Random. Hey, but wait, how have the shattered runs been? They've been shitted. Ah, they're okay so far, I guess. Your boyfriend got all the colors without ever needing to shake the top when he played casually. You should seal his luck by murder. Legally, I have to say that's a joke. No, I like a lot of the Silent Hill soundtracks as well because, you know, they've got a very chill beat, you know? I like the Silent Hill 1 result screen music the best for this. In fact, honestly, I think if I had to pick a favorite piece of music from the franchise, it might be that. We're gonna see the ending where they're an alien and the other one's a Shiba Inu, because that's the UFO ending, and that's the category I'm running. The goal of this run is to get that ending. So I guess this game does have at least 2 endings. I always forget that when counting endings. Because it's a joke ending, you know? Yes, that is the ending. If everything goes to plan, that's the ending we should see. There's actually a UFO on my left right now, but I do this first. I'm actually really surprised that counted, but it did count. How difficult is it to get this ending? Not especially. You have to take pictures of 13 UFOs across the whole game.
Where's Cheryl?
And that was UFO 10.
Lighthouse,
There's only 3 left.
Lighthouse?
What are you doing here, Harry?
Looking for Cheryl. Isn't this my house? Who are you?
You look really good.
Who are you?
We're soulmates, you and I. For richer, for poorer. In sickness and in health.
You're my wife?
I kind of just zoned out there for a moment. I was thinking about the fact that they made 3 Patapon games. But I only ever played 1 Patapon game. But, like, they really made 3 of them. That seems like a lot of Patapon. Do they really need to make 3? There's 3. Yeah, there's Patapon 1, Patapon 2, and Patapon 3. It's 3 Patapons. Bom, bom, bata, bom. Bata, 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 bom. Chaka, chaka, bata. Well, I mean, Konami rhythm games in the, like, 28 installments are basically just versions of the same game, you know? Oh boy. Multi-spawn, multi-spawn, multi-spawn. I never finished Patapon because I just thought it was really long. I played it for a few hours and I didn't feel like I was anywhere close to finishing it. Ah! Stuck. Monster Hunter Diary instead of Patapons, it's Pelico. Is that a rhythm game? I love rhythm game. I desire rhythm. Oh, fuck, I'm running into a wall. Damn it! There we go. Dude speed thus acquired. Now we move. Activate. There's a drumming game that released on the Switch. That's Taiko. That's Taiko no Tatsujin. That or you're one of the 5 people in the world who've heard of gal metal. Split. There's actually like 3 Taiko no Tatsujin games on the Switch.
You know, I think we're getting somewhere. We're all tied up in this marriage thing. Marriage worked a lot better when we didn't live so long.
How does dude speed
We have
compare to
places
ludicrous
like the honeymoon
speed?
is over to remind us how quickly
Can't
marriage
compete
is
with
sour.
ludicrous speed.
You think I'm being cynical? Divorce does that to you. Come on. You think marriage can really last? Should a couple stay together for the kids? Do you think it's a bad idea to marry young? You think sex becomes stale after marriage? You know what? You being such an expert.
First time
on
you've heard of
marriage,
gal metal, I'm
you're
an
going to ace
encyclopedia
my
of rhythm
matchmaker
game.
test. On the table are 6 pictures. All you have to do is sort them into 3 married couples.
Okay, just swap those around.
All finished.
How is that game? I don't know, I've
Okay.
not played it.
Tell me
I just know it
which of
exists.
those couples are still together.
I never got around to it.
I'm joking. You know I'm just trying to provoke you, right? Oh, let's keep going. We're really making progress here.
It looks novel enough, but like I never spent time with it, like enough to buy it. Because
So you
apparently
were
it's quite a
Midwich too,
thin
John?
package.
A few years back, yeah. Prom king, prom queen.
But now it's like really cheap. You can actually pick up like physical copies of Gal Metal for like
I
15
was
bucks.
clean because I looked great.
It's actually one of like the cheapest Switch games to get
Still fit into that
physically.
dress?
I fit this one pretty well. Right, Harry?
What? You bring
Let
all
me
this
out.
guy to what?
Let
Taunt
me out of the car, these guys suck!
You think this is about
No!
me? Harry's here because he needs help. I'm not the one who missed the reunion.
I actually had it in my head. We might try and make this work. God, you are so different now.
We are so different. Stop the car.
What?
Stop the car. Stop the damn
Oh yeah, rhythm
car.
gaming is a pricey hobby.
Jesus!
Like, even by the standards of video games, rhythm gaming is pricey.
Sorry, Harry.
I think if I showed you guys how much money I've spent on DJ Max DLC, you'd like cry.
Bitch! She wants me to go after her.
How is the blanket? Comfortable! That was a really good exit from the car. I deserve a medal. It's very comfortable. You could have a picnic on this. Yeah, funny enough, I don't actually own a fight stick. Even though I could, like, I own a whole bunch of, like, gimmick rhythm game controllers. But I don't own a fight stick, despite the fact I actually also play fighting games. But I'm like a pad player for fighting games. I don't play on stick. Fuck, that was a mistake. That was like maybe 50% of a mistake. Oh, I got up there, somehow. Awkward, but not the worst. I have a theory that the people who customize their sticks with like artwork and like unique buttons and colors and what have you, they're the people who will fucking go 0-2 in pools. I feel like every like good player can't be fucked. Damn it. Missed. Pure miss. You heard it here first. If you have a nice looking fight stick, you're ass. That's how it worked. That's the theory.
We're getting deep in it now. I can almost taste it.
Katsuki was fair and honest, and you were totally drowned. Dude, you never played much of like ST, did you? When like the new version dropped. Akatsuki's fucking good in ST. He's like really good.
It's not us. It's you. You're obsessed with sex. Even when we're not talking about it, you're thinking about it. Come on. Let's
Never
have
touched
some
ST.
fun.
That's fucked up. Akatsuki is like one of the best characters in ST.
I want you to divide.
He's like actually genuinely
the
top
ones
tier.
you think are a sexual symbol go on the left. The ones that aren't, the right.
Same in Clear, I guess, since it's not like Clear changed the balance that much.
Done. None of them.
But yeah, like all of
You're
Akatsuki's
screwing
buttons
with
got a bit better.
You're in denial of
His anti is actually pretty potent. He gets fucking crazy damage off the right starter. That's the main thing, is that Akatsuki now just like shits damage.
The tiger in space.
If he finds the hit, you'd explode.
Annihilation. To deny sex is to deny
He's
death
rewarded
itself.
tremendously for a clean read.
You know, people who are getting enough don't need analysis. You clearly are not getting enough. Let's see this through to the end.
Yeah, like, he just has good buttons now. It's really weird, because, like, I'm still sort of accustomed to when Akatsuki had shitty buttons, and, like, you couldn't contest anything. But, like, now if you try to, like, outpoke him, he wins a lot. At a right, he's still pretty short range is the thing that, like, still works against him, because Unist is a game of, like, big button. But, like, he's definitely better than Linne now. Because I'm a Linne player. I played Linne in that game, and still do. But, like, she's not that good in ST. She was not really that good in, like, late either, actually, but she was fine. She's good enough. But she's actually, like, on the bottom end of the tier list in ST, and, like, yeah, I can see why. She's alright. She's got stuff she can do, you know, she's not terrible. She's like lower tier, but, like, in a relatively balanced game. ST's a pretty balanced game. Yeah, dagger short. Although, like, big sweepy still does her many favors. It's mostly just that she doesn't have anything to, like, write home about, necessarily. Especially in comparison to characters like Wagner, who can just sort of decide that it's their turn. It's like, Wagner can just be like, no, it's my turn now. I'm taking my turn. I'm forcing a mix-up. Hold that. And you just have to hold that. Like, she can force her turn. You don't have a fucking say in that. If you try to contest a Wagner who is forcing her turn, you'll lose. So, oh, your pressure string didn't pan out? Fucking cancel into, what is it, like 2-2C, I think? Plus 18 on block. Try again. I can't remember how plus... It's plus enough on block that, like, contesting it is absolutely out of the question.
Harry, come back.
Sorry. It's too late now.
I love you, Harry.
I'm sorry.
I'm just sitting here blocking, being like, when do I get to play? And I say I'm blocking. I'm not blocking. I'm getting counter hit. Blocking? I've never blocked before. Good ass character. I thought about learning to play it myself. I never did it though. I stuck with Linné. The thing is that I'm not like a tournament player or anything. I am okay. I'm like good enough to like door check a fighting game local for someone who like kind of knows what they're doing. But I'm not fucking winning money anytime soon, you know? I would say I play fighting games casually, but like I do go into training mode and like practice setups and combos every so often, you know? It feels like a very casual interest to me, but then I take video games 5,000 times more seriously than anyone need ever take them, so... What's casual to me is, like, unfathomable to a lot of people. Jump on me, you fucker! Oh my god, you lazy prick! That sucked! That could have been, like, minus 17. Fucker. That's a god diddly damn it from me. I think the fighting game I've actually played the most at this point, at least online, is like the new Melty Blood. I played over 100 games in Ranked, which to a lot of people who've played that game dedicatedly is probably a trivial number. But I don't play fighting games online that much. So playing over 100 games online is like, wow, I played a lot of Melty Blood. I'm really going for the clean sweep. I already have the clean sweep. I'm trying to improve the clean sweep. The clean sweep has already been acquired. This is me, like, trying to make it cleaner. There we go. You have to be distractingly close for that to count. A lot of UFOs in this game, you can, like, get very far out, and it will still count, but, like, that one, for some reason, you gotta be quite close. It is the mat blanket, yes, I bought it. It costed money. Cool. Yep, got the ending.
This is it.
That's a new world
After
record.
all we've said,
Because my
all
PB
we've
was the record.
discussed, you honestly believe that your father was abducted by aliens? It made more sense when you were talking about cults and demons.
This whole town, it's really a giant spaceship.
James?
Wrong day again?
See you tomorrow, James. One of my couples therapy patients. Haven't seen his wife in a while.
Yay!
Where were we?
My mother was a bitch.
Go on. I'm listening.
Yeah, that's a record. That only took a couple tries. How good is this? It's hard to say how good this run is. I think you could get sub 121 in this, that's for sure. Definitely. Will I try and grind that out? Maybe. Ooh, cute. Critter. Making victory tweet. Meow, 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 meow. Victory tweet. You like how the James voice actor had one line? Do you know? Furthermore, do you know who the voice actor of that is? Okay, well, Emma just said it. It's actually Tom Hewlett. It's like the game's. Is he the director or the producer? I'm not sure. But yeah, Tom Hewlett did the line himself for that one.
I disagree.
Dixie, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you very much. It's the same credits as a normal ending, yeah. It's the same song. He's the composer. No. Tom Hewlett is not the composer. Producer, okay. I believe that. Actually, it should be right there, shouldn't it? Game director Mark Simmons, designer written by Sam Barlow. No. Well, either way, Tom Hewlett did the. Is my blanket the Silent Hill 1 map? It is, yes. It is. That's the gimmick. So it's Silent Hill. So there's the classic Levin Street. Classic Levin Street. Right. Save these splits. Yeah, my best segs are below 121 for sure. You could definitely get 120 in this if you wanted to grind it out. but no part of that was terrible. Like, that wasn't a bad run at all. There was no part of that was, like, truly weak. There's some slop here and there. There was no, like, one standout, like, bad section.